It is law to stop at a Buc-ee's, so I stopped at one Buc-ee's on my road trip.
I was like, Dad, go.
They don't give out little plastic perfect attendance trophies.
Yeah, they do, but my kid's never gonna get that. No, I forgot I was pregnant.
You forgot? How'd you forget?
Lil Wayne's album was good.
No, it wasn't. Look.
It was
Look.
good. It was a good album.
I feel like you're biased because you grew up listening to Lil Wayne.
I did grow up listening to Lil Wayne. I was in middle school.
I semi grew up listening to Lil Wayne. I say semi because the only ones, first song I heard was the first song he made, and it was in Midnight Club. It was a racing game, and it was Go DJ.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming you know that song.
Yeah.
That was the first song I heard, and then everything was good. His rock album,
Yeah.
This new album, how many songs? How many
19?
songs? There's 19 songs?
I don't remember. Maybe not.
I could have sworn that
maybe not.
This album lasted forever, dude.
It was 19 songs. Okay, what did you not like about it? What do you rate it?
Look, I told my friend I will listen to it once. I would not go out of my way to listen again the whole album.
Okay.
So
what do you rate it? Listening to the album from start to finish, what do you rate it?
5 out of 10.
Why?
There are songs like I wish I could remember which ones I didn't like.
I'm not gonna lie, there are some songs that suck.
Oh, for sure. Every artist
every album that comes out.
Yeah.
Every artist
has a song. Couple songs.
There's a couple songs where you're like, okay, that was not a good song. Let me skip it.
Right.
So yeah, he had a couple of songs that I completely did not like.
I was definitely hooked on Welcome to the Carter. Like the second.
Welcome to the Carter.
That was like, okay, this is the vibe I'm expecting for the whole album, and then it's like, actually not. We're gonna throw in two songs that are the same beat of other famous songs. Throw them in there, and then here's a curveball of other rock artists in your hip hop album.
Yes.
And I'm like, to me, some people might hate me. To me, this sounded like a SoundCloud rapper.
Okay, so it dropped on a Friday, right? Okay,
yes.
So Thursday, I was like, Ian, the greatest rapper, is dropping an album tomorrow. So I was like,
who do you say? Who does he think?
He's like, who? Eminem.
Okay.
He said Eminem.
All right.
And I said, I can see that.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Eminem's good.
Yeah.
I can.
You're like Slim Shady. Not fucking Eminem. Slim Shady.
But I said no, Lil Wayne. And he's like, who's Lil Wayne? I was like, I will teach you who Lil Wayne is right now. And I had to find the clean versions, which is like every other word was bleeped out, you know.
That's what sucks, man.
But I said, Ian, I will fail as a parent if you do not know these songs. You know, like they're. I grew up listening to Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
We would go to the skate ranch. Lil Wayne would be playing. He was awesome. So I listened to it Friday morning, like first thing. I had to make sure it was on my Apple Music.
Yeah.
Do you pay for Apple Music?
I have Spotify.
You have Spotify.
Yeah.
I pay for Apple Music.
Okay.
I like it. Anyway, so I said, bet. And I told Uriel, I'm like, can you take them?
Yeah.
So I can listen. But he's like, no, I can't. So I was like, okay. Because I knew it was going to have a bunch of curse words and all this. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I listened to it at work. And I'm like, no one bother me. This is me and Lil Wayne time. And Welcome to the Carter was good.
Yes.
I was like, okay, this is what I'm getting. Yes.
I picture like an intro to like a football game or a wrestler or something.
Yes, and all his albums start like that, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, all of his albums start like that. And I texted Uriel, I'm like, he is back better than ever. It was not his best album.
Right.
It was not. But it was a good, solid album. I give it like an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
There are some songs.
Oh, for sure.
That I did not like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Lil Wayne, what the heck? But every artist has that song. But people were expecting, I feel, that people were expecting to get like Lollipop, Love Me.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I totally get it.
Yeah.
But this was when he was in his 20s.
Yeah.
He's like 40 now. He hasn't dropped an album in over 8 years. You know, like you got to allow people to
adjust,
evolve and try new things. I mean, he does rap, hip hop. rock.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm like, you gotta let people evolve. Like Beyonce, look, she's doing a country album now.
Is she really?
Yeah, apparently. And apparently she was voted like best album, country album.
I saw that. I saw.
And I was
call
like,
that
really?
BS.
That is BS. That is very BS. But no one was like saying anything about how. I mean, okay, never mind. People were talking trash about her country album because no one knew any song on this.
Yeah, just
album.
one.
Just one.
Texas one, whatever.
Out of like 19 of them.
Did you listen to it all day at work?
Did. I listened to it twice.
Oh,
first one,
okay.
I did. The first time that I listened to it, I was like interrupted so much because I was working register.
Right.
So I couldn't really get that feel.
I
know. I was like so mad. I'm like, can y'all please stop coming in? Yeah. Like, this is like, stop.
Give me like an hour and a half. We're fucking close.
And then my mom came and I'm like, Mom, this is your turn.
Yeah.
So that's the second time I played Lil Wayne to actually listen to it. But he's still, what is that? Metaphors? Is that a metaphor when you compare two things?
Yes. Wait.
I'm not good in English. Is it a metaphor or a simile?
A simile? You know what? Let's get educated today. A figure of speech that describes a person or object by referring to something else, implying resemblance between them. So yeah. So. I
guess so. See, he still has it.
Yeah.
You know, if you truly listened to the lyrics and truly thought about him, he still has it.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's always had it since the beginning.
I still quote things he said from his first album or second album, whatever. When he was with, I'm pretty sure I'm getting this completely wrong, but when he was with YMCMB, right? And then there was this one lyric where he said, "Raining on my head, we call that brainstorming." And I was like, oh my.
That's genius.
And I'm like, when I first heard it, like, whatever. Years later, like, dude, this dude was like thinking outside the box. It's genius.
Yes, he still has that, and I think that's what makes him such a great rapper. Is because he really thinks out of. And if you listen to the album and if you listen to the lyrics, I think he still has it. Did you listen to the little vacation song?
Little vacation.
There was like a vacation song, like if we're going on a beach.
Hey, there was.
Jelly Roll was on it.
Okay,
what did you think about that?
I did like that one.
I think that was awesome.
When that song played, I thought, the album was over, and I didn't realize that it was still the same album. I thought Spotify just kept playing music and music.
Yeah.
And I was like, I did not put Jelly Roll. Like, I listened to him, but it's not that Spotify will put his music out there for me. But then I was like, oh, it's him and Lil Wayne. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It was so good.
I liked it.
It's the Island one.
Okay, this is the one song I'm like.
This was catchy. I liked it.
You know why?
It was different.
Because it's from another song.
What song?
And on it's fine. Hold on.
Because it didn't.
That's from another song. The beat is from another song. There's 2 or 3 songs from that. Not that he copied, because every artist does it. But that beat is from another song.
I didn't. Okay, well, I guess I didn't recall that. But I thought this was catchy, and I liked it. And when
What's the name of that one?
Island Holiday.
Island Holiday. Lil Wayne. There was a sample from something else. Oh, that's right. It's Island in the Sun by the Weezers.
Yeah, no.
You never heard it?
No.
I know.
I guess that's why. Oh.
Hey. Yeah, it's from that one.
Okay.
It's from that one.
I see that.
Because when I heard that song, I was like,
maybe that's why it was like so catchy to me.
Yeah. There's another one on there that I'm like, I not that I don't like that Island. What is it? Island
Holiday.
Not that I don't like it, but in my head I hear this one, Island in the Sun.
Okay.
So I'm like, no, I kind of like Doechii did.
Yeah.
With someone that I used to know.
Yeah.
Same vibe.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. But it just, I was like.
But it's still good.
It was a good song. And I was like, okay, Lil Wayne branching out there, and we're gonna.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is what I'm jamming out when I go to the beach now.
Yeah.
But I hated it because he has gotten so much hate about the album.
Oh.
I've seen nothing but TikToks. Oh, it was awful. It was awful. Where's Lil Wayne? I'm like, y'all, he's 40. Like, let the man evolve. And then the first song, he said, I have nothing to prove to you guys. Yeah. Something like that. And I'm like, yeah, for sure.
It's like his prologue to the
respect
album.
the man, dude. Like, he has so many amazing songs out there. And I was telling Ian, I was like, look, dude. I was like, there are certain songs you can't play. I can't teach you right now, but...
What's one song you want to show him, but you like, I gotta wait.
I don't know. There's so many. So many. I will say one of my favorite songs is from Lil Wayne.
In general.
Okay, which I think is a phenomenal one. Let It All Work Out. No?
Yes, I've heard it. I thought it was from the Mirror album.
I love it. I think this one's, that was probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, I like the beat on that one.
I do too.
A whole bunch.
Yeah.
A whole bunch.
What's your favorite Lil Wayne song?
I don't know if it's not his. I mean, my go-to is Go DJ, just because of nostalgia and because of the video games. And that one plus A Milli, just because I play that one in a car that has good bass.
Yeah.
I won't listen to it at the gym, but if I know if a car has good bass, or when I soundproof my car, I play that song just to feel the vibration. Because that song has some really good bass.
Oh, yeah.
So it's Go DJ and A Milli, just because of nostalgia. And the other one is, I mean, there's many that when they were in YMCMB, there was a couple. Not YMCMB. There we go. Which one was it? Hell yeah, fucking right. People call it Hyper.
Yeah.
That one. That was one. I mean, one of his collaboration songs. That's what I liked. But I listened to that on my way. So I went to San Antonio this past weekend. 5-hour drive. If you're not from Texas and you come to Texas, you gotta love to drive.
Yes.
Because if not, there's no point on living in Texas. So I listened to it on my way to San Antonio. I was about halfway there, and I was like, okay, like, let me listen to it. And then kind of like segueing into it before recording, you're like, what do I listen to? What do I do when I'm by myself, just in the car? I mean, I've been driving long road trips by myself since I moved out. So I lived in Houston for a little bit, and I would just drive back and forth by myself. So I've learned to not get too bored in the car by myself, and I'll just expand my music taste. So having the new album out was cool. Helped a little bit. So I was like driving, I'm like, all right, bopping my head or whatever, and then I'm like questioning, like, what is this song? And then I'm like, okay, I'm back into it. I'm like, what is this song, dude? And doing that, and then I like to. We all know people that are like, oh, I listen to everything, right? And I'm like, do you really listen to everything, right? Like, do you really? I'll show you. And I hate that I gotta mute all of this because freaking YouTube is gonna be like, oh, like flag it because of copyright music or whatever. Just for an example, this is Baby Doll by Dominic Flake.
Right? I've heard it.
I'll play that song while I'm driving, and then I'll go into this one's kind of like more like love but sad vibes. Like it's a love song, but it's a sad vibe kind of song. I mean, we've all heard it.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'll listen to that, and I'm like, okay. I like it when people are like, oh, I like to listen to everything. So this is a Russian song.
A Russian?
Yeah. What does he say? No idea.
You just...
Because of Italy, like listen to some Italian music, then I'll listen to some Spanish music, but then not just the banda or corridos or reggaeton. Like I'll expand to other Latin America. So I'll go to Brazilian music. I'll go to, what do they call it? Bossa Nova. That's what they call it.
Dang.
Call it Bossa Nova in Brazil. Or I go to Dembow from Dominican Republic, or just whatever. I expand my music taste all over the place so I can have a better understanding. But I've also made a new, what do they call it? A new discovery for myself. I was just driving one day. I was driving this past weekend.
I was like, well, I thought it was this past weekend.
I was driving this past weekend, and I was like, man, I'm bored. And there was traffic. So I was like, hey Siri, tell me a short story.
This is the story of how Anansi, the spider, got his long, spindly legs. One day, he walked into town and smelled all the food his animal friends were cooking. He asked his friend Rabbit for some of his famous stewed greens. They're almost ready, Anansi, said Rabbit. Want to help me cook them? But helping wasn't part of Anansi's plan. I'd love to, Anansi said, but I have to do, other things. Tell you what, I'll tie my web to the pot and, when it's ready, just give it a tug. By other things, Anansi meant asking for monkeys' beans, zebras' carrots, meerkats' garlic bread, badgers' honey cakes, hedgehogs' zucchini fries, aardvarks' and casserole, and impalas' no-bake keto bars. Before long, Anansi was tied to 8 cook pots, and feeling very pleased with himself. It's not like all 8 will be ready at the same. And that's when Anansi felt tugging at all 8 legs. Ouch. Soon, A very hungry Nancy stumbled home on his suddenly very long and spindly spider legs, realizing that if you stretch the truth, sometimes it stretches you back. The end.
The end.
Yeah. See, and I like how she emphasizes, she has her different tones of voice.
Yeah.
I like, different character, different tone of voice. It's not just monotone the whole time. So that's what I've been doing. I did that for like a straight 2 hours.
Short stories.
Just short stories, give me fun facts. I would be like, hey, and then tell me something about, so because of Italy, I was like, tell me something about the Colosseum to verify if whatever she's looking up is true, because I was there. And okay, it's factual, obviously. And I was like, what's the meaning of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, right? Because we see it, but like, what does it mean? What's the significance for it? Turns out it was a bell tower for a church that was near.
Okay.
So that's the whole reason for it. It's a bell tower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's called it's called Tower of Pisa, but because it's leaning, it's not leaning. But it's a bell tower. That's all it's there for.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it has no significance for food, no significance for pizza. Just a bell tower for a church nearby.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it did have like.
I thought it was for pizza or something. I thought they stacked it up and then like, oh snap, they saw the pizzas leaning over. Like, you know what? That'll be a good building. Like,
right?
just doing that. And then, so yeah, that's all I did on my road trips. It is law to stop at a Buc-ee's, so I stopped at one Buc-ee's on my road trip.
How much did you spend?
Take a guess. Obviously, it's just me.
I know,
so
$36.
Whoa, hold on. I'm not taking a loan out.
Well, you didn't get a drink and some snacks?
No, so I prepared before I went to Buc-ee's.
Okay.
Because for people that don't know, Buc-ee's.
It's the greatest.
It's the Walmart gas station of Texas.
Yes, it's the best.
I texted my friends this that aren't from Texas. I'm like, overhyped? Maybe. Overpriced? 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Worth it? Absolutely.
Oh,
You can't not stop at a Buc-ee's.
Yeah, you can.
On your road
We'll
trip.
like use
At
the
least
restroom 10 minutes before and we see it, we still stop.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go out there, take a piss. If you don't got to take a piss, just walk around and like stretch your legs or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you can buy your brisket sandwich and a cutting board.
Yeah, seriously.
and
then home decor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the cooler and a stuffed animal and a toy and then a grill.
And some clothes.
And some clothes and that's it. No, but I spent $8.
No, that's not bad. What'd you get?
I got
like a drink?
Not even a drink. I got me a large cup of ice because I had some waters in the car. I still got some waters in the car.
Okay.
So I just poured my water in the
That was
cup.
$8?
No.
Oh.
Then I got the cup is 79 cents.
I was fixing to say.
What was $8 is a freaking sausage on a stick.
Oh yeah.
It's a little overpriced.
But still.
It's Buc-ee's, you know. It's the hype.
Yes.
It's the name brand.
Yes.
Nothing can compare to it.
Love Buc-ee's.
And so, but yeah, I spent basically $8 for a
not
sausage
bad.
and a tortilla.
When we go, we spend at least $50.
At least.
Because I got 2 kids and they all want like a snack and a drink.
Everybody got to have a sandwich.
And then I want a sandwich. I just ate lunch, but I got to get a sandwich.
It's dumb though. A sandwich is $8.
Yeah.
And $8 now can get you a meal. Like it's like small size at Chick-fil-A. And you get the sandwich, fries, and a drink.
Yeah.
And a sauce.
Yeah.
Compared to Buc-ee's, you get a sandwich and you're choking to death because you got no more money for a drink. I passed up 5 Buc-ee's.
Dang.
On my way to San Antonio.
Well, I mean, it is 5 hours.
Yeah. And so on my way from here to San Antonio, I went through 103 West.
Oh, okay.
And I like that road. It's all farmland, just flat trees, hills. It's beautiful. I love it. But if you need gas, you're kind of
you better make sure you have
you fill up.
Yeah, before.
And I was like, okay, but I like it because there was a toll road that speed limit is 85. And I was like, okay, that's the normal speed limit for Texas. I mean, we drive that every day on Wednesday mornings, you know?
For real.
And I was like, all right. So I'm over here driving and I'm going 85, right? And then I see other people passing me up like, dang, what are y'all in a rush for? And then we're all just we're NASCAR at that point.
Yeah.
We're just all going, having fun. But then at one point you're like, all right, you're going too fast and your steering wheel starts to shake a little bit.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, let me
slow down.
Let me slow down to 85 again.
Yeah.
And that was fun. But on the way back, I went through Houston just so I stopped at a Tim Hortons. I wanted some Timmy Ho Hos.
Yeah.
And so I stopped at a Tim Hortons on my way back from San Antonio, and then just to see something, like I like the trees, but it was cool because on my way over there, it was sunset, so like everything looked nice. And when it's broad daylight, I'm like, I'd rather be somewhere near people because it's broad daylight, and I'm like you just want to walk around and do something.
Yeah.
Compared to like open fields, you're like, there's nothing to look at. It's not pretty enough.
Yeah.
To look out of. I'm going back in a month to San
Why?
Antonio. I'm gonna go watch WWE. I'm gonna watch some wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you going with?
Sam, my friend that's moving out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He invited me. He's like, "You want to go?" I was like, "Bro,
heck yeah."
What kind of dumb question is that?
Yeah.
Of course I want to go.
That's awesome.
Trying to see all the people I used to watch on TV, which will be hardly any, just because I haven't seen WWE recently.
Yeah.
And it's all new people, and so I gotta like readjust to like who is who.
Yeah.
And all the ones that fought are now like on the board. They're like chairmans now, so they're like the bosses. And I'm like, y'all not fighting anymore, or y'all not fighting as much. It's not as exciting.
Yeah.
But still, I want to go and I want to have a sign that says, that's my new favorite thing, because my mom started doing marathons.
Yeah, I saw that.
I like to write dumb things on signs.
Bro.
So the first thing I wrote on for my mom's first marathon, it's my profile picture. It said, "You said this would take more than 5 minutes, or no more than 5 minutes."
Yes, I remember that.
And then I forgot because my sister made one too. But when I go to WWE wrestling, I'm gonna have a sign that says, "I told my boss I was going on lunch break." So I want to have that on one side, and then the other side, man, something else, something dumb. I'm gonna put, "I told my girls gonna be with the boys," and then just put that on both sides.
That'd be fun.
And I want to be able to have it recorded, and hopefully, if my friends see it on TV, I want them to be like, "Oh my God, that's a sign, whatever."
Yeah.
So that's my new favorite thing. I want to make signs. I want to go to events just
to make the
sign and people to read it and be like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
I want to start doing that.
That's funny.
So now I gotta go to every single event.
Good luck. You're gonna be booked forever.
For real. I'll make that my career. Have a family hire me out for their graduation.
Yeah.
And then just write whatever on the sign.
People make these big old heads.
The fat heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pictures.
I was like, dadgum.
Yeah.
Huge suckers. I was like,
are you gonna do that with your son?
Heck yeah.
Are you gonna do it? Oh, yeah. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be that mom?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Were your parents those parents to like over exaggerate on graduation?
No.
No.
No. My parents are very calm.
Okay.
Which I mean, that's just them.
Walking the car, like Zuri Hernandez, and like.
No, Ian had ceremony,
for kindergarten.
Award ceremony.
Okay.
No, just now, like before school ended.
Okay.
Yeah, and I screamed my head off.
Heck yeah. That's my son.
That is, yeah. You know,
he's like,
he's very shy. He's like, "Mom, why'd you do that?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Baby, like,
shut up."
You're my baby.
Yeah.
You know, he got A and B honor roll.
Okay.
Which I'm proud of.
Okay.
Okay. Grades are big in our home.
Yeah.
If you want to do all these cool things, that's your only job. Bring me home good grades.
Okay.
But he got the Everybody Friend Award.
Everybody Friend.
That one?
Oh no, he ain't my friend. He's like.
But
no, I don't get this. I get the.
But he likes you. No, but
the Everybody Friend Award. That's new. I've never heard of that.
One I was more proud than the A and B honor roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I've always taught Ian, I said, you don't know what anybody is going through.
Right.
When they go home. You don't know what their lifestyle is.
Right.
You don't know what they're going home to. I don't care. You need to learn to just
be nice. Be
nice to everybody.
Yeah.
You know? And he got nobody else in his class, I don't even think anybody else in his grade got that. The Everybody Friend Award. And it made me so proud. Damn. And I went to Muffins with Mom.
Okay.
Like a week or two before it. And I was just in there having muffins, you know, and all his classmates were like, "Hey, Ian, do you know where this is? And do you know where that's at?" And he's like, "Yeah, let me help you," you know, like, and it made me really proud because I'm just like, what I'm telling him is really he's actually listening to me and Uriel about it, you know.
The principal's like, "Man, those dudes just took our job. Like, kids don't even ask us questions anymore."
Yeah, but I was proud of him.
Dang.
Yeah. And I screamed my butt off. Yeah.
Man, they don't give out little plastic perfect attendance trophies.
Yeah, they do, but my kid's never gonna get that.
Why?
There was.
Hold on.
No, bro.
If you want to take your kids to all these cool places, they gotta go to school every
No,
day.
listen. There was one day where Ian's like, Mom, I am tired. I am beat. I am tired. And I said, okay. He said, I'm tired, Mom. And he looked exhausted.
Yeah.
And
I pull out a 12-hour shift.
I said, do you want to stay home? And he's like, yeah. And we stayed home.
I wish you were my mom back in there.
We stayed home because I know as an adult, I need my minute too. Like I need a mental,
100%.
You know?
100%.
And I'm like, I can't imagine a little 80-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You were.
But you know what
Except you were being yelled at Saturday mornings to clean.
To clean, yes.
Listening to Grupo Sonidera or something like that.
Yes. And so I told my baby, I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can stay home. And we stayed home that day. He wasn't sick or anything.
He was exhausted.
He just was tired, and I can imagine.
Do you remember what day that was? Like a Tuesday or Wednesday?
It was like it was a Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday? Mm-hmm. All right.
It was Tuesday. And I think it was Monday he had like a huge test because they're starting to like teach him the STAR test or whatever crap.
Oh, okay. Like the benchmark, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. And so I can get it. I
Yeah.
get it. I mean, besides that, my kid's never gonna get the perfect attendance award.
My mom, she was proud. She was like, yeah, my kid got perfect attendance. I was like, Mom, I'm failing. Girl, what good does it do if I'm there every day, but I ain't really learning anything?
Yeah. You see you see his day off probably just like refreshed him, and he brought me.
I tried so many times to be a fake sick.
Oh, yeah.
At home. My mom's like, I ain't having all that. You can be sick at school.
Dude, when I was a kid, I did vomit. Like, what did I do? I think I had spoiled milk. And
on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, like I had planned this out. I got spoiled milk, and I think I put, ya ni me acuerdo, honestly.
With some bread and mold on it.
Something else chunky in it, and and I one morning I just spilt it on the floor, my concoction.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, estoy enferma. Me duele el estómago. She's like, mija. I mean, and then my mom was just like, tómate esto, you know. But I was like,
well, they can keep it like. There you go.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, she's like,
you're like. It's like, tengo calentura.
Yeah. From something like a heating pad or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that once. That was it.
Did it work?
Yeah, I stayed home.
Damn.
But my mom gave me all these like concoctions, like tómate este, and I was like, I was fine, but I was just like, like the consequences.
Yeah, go outside, spin around 5 times, like.
But yeah,
clap 3, like. Say a quick prayer. After you go to school. No, those ones my mom. I think I was feeling sick. I don't know. I tried to fake it so many times. I probably was sick from faking it so many times. And I went to school and I was like, bro, I feel like shit, 100%. And like, I had food poisoning, and then it took up until then to throw up at school. Till my mom's like, oh, you are sick. I'm like, I told you. Like, I'm being for real. I'm not trying to skip out of school. I mean, I am, but now I'm being for real.
Yeah.
And the worst part, that was a field trip.
Oh.
And so I was sick on a field trip. It was in Houston. It was at the George Convention Center.
Oh.
And then it was for the Spanish club that we had. It was called Hola. It was called Hispanics of Latin America. That was pretty cool.
In high school?
No, middle school.
Oh, middle school.
Yeah, it was in middle school. And then I remember me and my mom went to go get breakfast, and something about the breakfast made me sick, and I was like, I don't feel good. My mom was like, nah, you're fine. Like, it's probably too heavy in the morning. I was like, okay, maybe. And then I remember the sandwich I had, it was like, now that I'm thinking about it now, it had so much grasa on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then that with, like, chocolate milk, so you're combining
two heavy
things, and then because it's chocolate, it's acidic, so it's just fighting against each other. And then at the convention center, I'm like, man, I don't feel good. And then I threw up, and I had to I couldn't leave because we're on the same bus, you know, so I had to just thug it out on the field trip. And I was like, man, whatever. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to make the most of it. And I think I enjoyed it, but all I remember is throwing up. And then it was towards the end of the school year, so I was sweating bullets. So I feel like the sweat and then being outside kind of made me feel a little bit better.
Sweating it out.
Yeah, just sweating it out. Oh, and that's my new method of, if you're sick, just go outside.
Sweat it out.
Just sweat it out.
Yeah.
My dad.
You know, studies show that if you're sick and you go work out, yeah, you'll feel better.
There was one time at work, I was a snot rocket, right? I was just coughing it up because in my old job, I could like be outside and just have my laptop and work, right? That's all I needed.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't have to be indoors. I can be outdoors. And I remember being outside. I was just, just all the time. And then towards the end of the day, I felt a whole lot better just because I knew if I sweat, I'm gonna feel better. So I had a hoodie in the smack summer.
Oh my God.
And I was just there chilling, but I got chills también.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like chilling, but sweating bullets.
Literally chilling.
Yeah. And then I was like, man, I don't feel good. But then you can go home. I was like, but if I go home, I'm gonna be indoors. And I feel like people that work indoors constantly, like every day, and only live indoors, they never go outside. Like right now, it's kind of warm, but we got some airflow going outside, right? We're inside outside. We got outside air coming to us. People that go and stay indoors all day, just breathe in filtered air, get sick the most because they're not breathing natural air. So I'm like, no, if I go home, I'm gonna be inside, and if I be inside, I'm not gonna get natural air. Yeah. So I'm like, nah. Like that. Yeah,
studies show that if you go outside when you're sick, you'll feel so much better.
See, and that's why I told that to a friend. They disagree with me. I'm like, look, I'd rather save the $20 of buying medicine, right? I will buy medicine if it's like, all right, I'm not feeling good, right? Like this isn't working, right? I've already ate some hot sauce. My pores are opened up, and I'm already sweating everything out. If nothing is working, then I will. No. Then I will go.
Dude, if I have a headache, I don't care. I will pop some Tylenol. I cannot stand a headache.
No.
I cannot stand a headache.
I'm standing it right now.
You want some Tylenol? I cannot do that.
That's why earlier I was like, right? I was sluggish, but I mean, this.
I could not. Headache is my thing. If I have a headache, I do not care if it's like a 3 out of 10. I will take some Tylenol. I cannot stand a headache. Everything else, like body aches, stomach, lo que sea, other than a headache, I will deal with it. Like, I'll give it an hour or two before I take any medicine, but I cannot do a headache.
Who do you think, which sex handles sickness better?
Women.
I feel like that's true.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure when Uriel got the cold or flu, that boy dying. Like, right the wheel.
My son too.
Yeah. Mom. Here's the thing though. Theory. It's not true. We're proving or whatever. I mean, it's my theory and theories that I've seen online. Y'all can handle internal pain a whole lot better than we can. Yeah. But we can handle external pain a whole lot better than y'all can.
Okay. No.
No?
No.
Prove me wrong.
No. External pain?
Yeah, like how would I put it?
No, man. I think it just depends on everybody.
Okay. I mean, that is true.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
that is true.
Like internal pain, yeah. Because we go through the contractions y todo. Like, I think I went like 3-4 hours with Ian. Before I went to the hospital with like contractions. Those things suck. Like those are the worst things ever. External pain, like when I got my tattoo, like I know it's little. Yeah. But I was nervous. I was scared. I mean, that's what external.
I mean, I would say like injuries. I'll put it that way.
Oh, injuries. Injuries. Well.
Because y'all can handle sickness, like internal sickness, a whole lot better than we can. But I feel like the male, in general, can handle injuries.
What kind of injury have you had? Oh, you have had knee surgery, haven't you?
So I've had knee surgery on this one. I sprained this ankle. I dislocated this shoulder.
Dang.
This wrist is messed up, fucked up.
So okay.
I got this one just recently. A good chunk of skin came off of my finger.
How'd you do that?
At work, I was cutting. Like when you get big boxes and they put like that gigantic zip tie around it.
Yeah.
So I cut one. It was under a whole bunch of tension, so I cut it, and then it came out and wham! It just hit me, and I was like, ooh. And I was like, all right, whatever.
No, okay. I've never like had a broken bone. Never any of that.
Hell, I got this one, and I was like.
And did you think you did better with external pain?
Yeah, I literally walked everywhere with this on my leg. Walked everywhere. I mean, I walked slower.
Yeah.
And there was moments where I'm like, ooh, this hurts. But it wasn't like, oh my God, I need to sit down and like let it rest and calm down. And no, man.
So when you have the flu?
Oh, I'm dying. I'm dead.
You're like on the couch, mama.
Where's the IV, bro? I got the mask on. Give me anesthesiologist, bro.
Miss. Ay, for those babies.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I'm like,
but when you got your injury, you just walked it off?
Yeah, just walk it off. Literally.
I mean, I can't personally because I've never broken a bone. Injured.
Your angel likes you. That's how you know.
Huh?
Your guardian angel likes you.
I know. Yeah.
My guardian angel tested me. Like, do it. See what happens. Y'all miss?
Right? No, I'm serious. I've never had anything
Dang.
happen. So I can't really speak for women.
You know, we need to get a woman in the military. Ask her.
Who?
A woman in the military.
Oh, yeah. Badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, how do you handle physical pain? She'll be like, what's that?
For real.
What is that?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. And then we go through like menstrual cycles every month. And we still get up and go to work with them.
I want to try that. I want to try the simulation.
Oh, yeah?
The simulation where it has the pads on the guy's stomach.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's not the stomach. It's more like in the groin area, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Or it's more lower portion of it?
Yeah, lower portion.
I'm down to try that.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of guys doing it, and they're like, they'll wimp out like at level 2.
Of the contractions and stuff like that.
I'm down.
Yeah, that was the worst pain ever. My mom and Uriel were in the room, and I'm like, get out. Get out. Let me suffer alone. Get out. Them breathing.
Yeah.
Got on my nerves. I was like, get out.
Damn.
Yeah. And yo de mensa, the nurse was like, you want me to call the CRNA to give you an epidural? No, I'm fine. And yo de mensa, I thought I was going to be able to make it. Props to these women that do it with no anesthesia, with no epidurals.
So you did it with no anesthesia?
No, that me dijo when I was like at a 2, like dilated at a 2, and she asked me, and I said, nah, I'm gonna thug this out.
Yeah. I'm a G.
I'm a G. and then she came and she checked me. I was at a 4. She's like, are you sure? Because there is where it's too late. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I can still do it.
You're like,
and then an hour later, I was like, can you please go get that
white flag?
Please. And she's like, well.
Too late.
I was scared it was going to be too late.
I asked you 3 times.
Yes. She asked me 2-3 times, yeah. And I said no. Yo de mensa. And then she was like, I'll go get them, but.
Yeah.
You have 3 other girls in front of you, so it's gonna be a minute. And I was like, ugh, and them breathing. I was like, get out.
Yeah.
Get out. Like, I will, no. And all these little techniques, y todo que te dicen, I was like, that ain't working.
The breathing. Does the breathing work?
No. It didn't work for me.
What were some of the techniques that you had to go through?
They told me to like put a pillow under and like.
So you're face down?
Face down.
Okay.
That didn't work.
Okay.
And then the yoga ball.
The yoga ball.
Yeah, like it's a yoga ball, and then they tell you to like sit on it, I think. Ya ni me acuerdo, dude. But none of those.
None of that worked?
None of that worked for me. I kicked my mom out.
Yeah.
I almost kicked Uriel out.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't leave?
He didn't, but yeah, he went to go to the corner.
He's just like, I got a question.
Yeah.
Can I use the restroom?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's like, I'm gonna go get something to eat. What do you mean? I have not ate for 8 hours. This is like the audacity. I was fixing to.
Don't be a man up.
I was like, if I can't eat, you can't eat.
What did you eat after Mia?
Oh, after Mia, I think I had some tacos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Street tacos or like?
Yeah, street tacos.
Okay, we ain't talking about Taco Bell. Right?
No, I think it was like 12, 13 hours or something.
What'd you have after Ian?
Whataburger?
What'd you get?
The barbecue 3-strip. What is that? It's three chicken strips with. It's a sandwich.
Yeah.
The barbecue, whatever you call it.
I think it's called a chicken strip
sandwich.
I love it. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Damn. Yeah. True Texan over here. Sweet tea, water, Dr. Pepper.
Sweet tea.
Oh hell yeah! You're certified. That's why he's American.
He's like, this morning he was like, can we go get Whataburger? I'm like, no, we have tostadas. I'm gonna make tostadas today. You're gonna have tostadas. I want some Whataburger though, Mom. No. you're gonna have tostadas. He's like, fine.
What about Mia? Is she at the point where she just eats whatever, or does she have like specific requests?
She really doesn't eat dinner here, to be honest with you, because she eats.
Here? She goes to the neighbors.
She eats with her sitter.
Oh, okay.
Y le da de, like, she's like, she won't ever stop eating here. And she's real, like she does her own dill pickles, her own, like spaghetti.
Oh.
Kills the deer and skins it.
Okay.
So
we're going to her house at an apocalypse.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for real.
Cool.
Yeah. Ian's like, I saw her skinning a deer, Mom. It's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And that's how my kids grew up with her. They're true.
They're like country at heart.
Yeah. Ian's like, can we go kill some squirrels? He asks me that all the time. He's like, can you make me squirrel nuggets? I don't know how to make that, but we can probably YouTube
How many
that.
squirrels does it take?
I don't know. He asked me that the other day.
We gotta kill 20 of them. Make four nuggets.
Yeah, he asked me that. He's like, can we go? Well, we can't do it obviously here because we have a bunch of neighbors.
Yeah.
Like, what if the dog and we shoot the dog accidentally?
Right.
A neighbor's dog.
Yeah.
So my dad, he has like over an acre.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, we can, but we're gonna have to go to Manalos to go shoot some squirrels.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, yeah, I want to go shoot some squirrels, and can we skin them and make some squirrel nuggets? That's how true country boy at heart he is. But I'm like, boy, first of all, I don't even know how to skin a freaking squirrel, much less make some squirrel nuggets.
Yeah.
But I'm all down to try it.
You're like, we can go to Buck and get some beaver nuggets.
Yeah, Madisonville, right down the road.
We can do that.
I was like, for sure, bud, let's do it. Let's do it. So that's on our summer bucket list.
Shooting some squirrels.
I'll save you some squirrel nuggets.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
That's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna taste like
we will
acorns.
YouTube this. We will figure this out.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a bunch of squirrels.
Yeah.
Just to feed a family of 4.
Just a family of 4. Do y'all have like does he have like a little slingshot here or something? Or
he has a slingshot.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, we really can't do it much here. Just because our neighbors are like right there.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we have the neighbor's cat or the neighbor, and I'm like, I don't want to buy a neighbor, or Robert's cat.
Right.
You know, Greg.
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot Greg accidentally.
Right.
So, yeah.
Greg's a cat.
Yeah.
Greg is a cat. I'm not a person.
Yes. But yeah, that's on our bucket list this summer.
My bucket list this summer, man, I don't know. I've been traveling a whole bunch.
You have been. That's good.
I went to Europe, went to San Antonio. I'm planning on going to Tennessee for Labor Day weekend.
Where are you going to Tennessee?
Chattanooga.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I got some homies out there that they tell me, come visit. Like, all right, so I don't have to ask too many days off. I'll just go Labor Day weekend. Okay. And so I can leave on a Thursday night. So I'm there Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wait, is that why you didn't want to go to the Lil Wayne concert? Is that it?
No.
Oh.
Well, because Lil Wayne's like in the middle of the week.
It's on a Wednesday.
It's on a Wednesday.
Dude, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy the tickets.
Why? Because no one else wanted to go?
No, it wasn't that. Okay, so we're in the process of opening our second store.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And the concert is September.
Yes.
And I was like, and it's on a Wednesday at 8 o'clock in Dallas. And I was like, man, I really don't want to leave my dad hanging with 2 running stores until I know for sure.
Wait, when's the next store opening?
I have no idea. Probably in the next 2 months.
Okay.
Right? But
opening day is the day of the concert?
Sorry, Dad. I gotta go see Lil Wayne.
No ribbon cutting for you? Like.
Yeah, and I didn't want to leave my dad hanging unless I knew for sure we had another manager that was gonna help us out.
Yeah.
So I told Yuri, I'm like, I'm gonna be a responsible adult.
And I see my idol. Oh, my dad.
And not see Lil Wayne. So I didn't end up buying them. But if, there's still some tickets opened, when maybe I will. But I didn't buy them.
What's the next store going to be?
I have no idea. I really don't. My dad keeps switching it up, and I'm just going with it.
Yeah.
I'm just going with it. I'm like, okay, Dad.
Whatever you say.
Whatever you say.
If it's just storage, then it's just storage.
I just go with it, man.
I see it as its own little coffee shop.
I want it to be a little coffee shop.
Yeah.
I would love it. I'm actually going to Dallas to take a little coffee course.
Ah?
Yeah, so I'm excited about doing that.
When?
End of June. early July. So I'm excited.
You'll be a certified barista.
Yes, you get a little certification y todo.
Oh, for real?
Yes, yes,
oh,
yes.
I thought that
and
was...
then you get like a bunch of like cool recipes and all this. And so I'm gonna like twist them and make them to like my own. But I want it to be like a Mexican coffee shop with like marranitos and like a borrega and conchas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And make it like really cutesy inside, like all like Hispanic vibes going on.
Like an hacienda?
Okay. I think that'd be super cute.
Yeah.
But I don't know yet.
I feel like the people are drinking their coffees in-house. They should have like little jarros.
Yes, little jarritos.
Because
yes.
my sister took me one in Houston, not in Houston, in Dallas. It wasn't a coffee shop. It was like a brunch spot, like a Mexican brunch spot. And they're like, "Oh, do you want your coffee for here or to go?" I was like, "Not for here." And then gave me like this little tiny jarrito.
Yes, it's cute.
And I was like, "These are your cups?" And they're like, "Yeah, these are our cups. We don't use like those."
Oh, so you got to take it home?
No.
Oh.
Like if you drink it there, they give you a little jarrito.
And then yeah.
If you take it to go, it's just like a regular to go cup.
Yeah.
But if you drink it in house, they have like little tiny jarritos that you can drink.
I would like to do that.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like obviously it's your dad's, but if every corner or at least some part of the wall was Instagrammable.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what I told him.
Then like
we're set.
Yeah, you're set.
Because
there's not many places in Lufkin that are local that are Instagrammable.
Yeah.
Other than the bread store downtown, they have that fake grass wall, whatever, with this LED sign. Then okay, that's Instagram worthy.
Yeah.
And Standpipe being like its old rustic vibe, then yeah. That's
I kind of want to tell him like, let me take care of the decor because I really want to do that. I was gonna ask you though, was there a weird food that you ate when you were a kid?
When I was a kid?
Or like,
I'll do it now. What are you talking about?
What weird food you be?
Apparently, it's weird that I like. It's not often, but every now and then, I like to eat my pizzas with some ketchup.
Oh yeah, you told me that. That is weird.
Right. Now here's another weird one that I think of it now. I'm like, this is why. I don't know why I ate it, but I did. Way back then, when I first started drinking coffee, I would have pan tostado, and then I would have I'd have like a grilled cheese in the morning, but the cheese wasn't melted. I would toast the bread first, and then I would slide the slice of cheese in between it, and then just like eat my grilled cheese, and then eat and drink my coffee. Something in me was like, dip it in the coffee, and so I was like, okay, so I just dipped it in my coffee, and I just ate it like that.
Dipped grilled cheese.
Yeah, but it wasn't like the cheese wasn't melted.
Well, yeah, but
you know,
still.
Yeah, basically.
Con el calor del pan.
So basically, that's what it was—a grilled cheese. And I was like, okay, just dip it and eat it. And then I was like, okay, so I did it and I ate it, and I'm like, it ain't that bad.
You still do that?
No. Okay. I think of it now. I'm like, that's weird.
That is weird.
But back then, like in elementary, middle school, I'm like, all right.
Well, what about like? Did you have like this weird? Like I did Play-Doh. Like I would, like I wouldn't eat it. I would just lick it.
No, you ate it. You ate it.
No,
don't lie.
It was salty.
No.
I liked it.
You're like, the purple one tastes like grape. Like it's expired grape, but it's grape.
Well, you know how they say that when you like crave like dirt or something, it's because you're lacking a mineral. I don't know what mineral I was lacking in.
Hold on. You did dirty, like, I'm low on iron. Like, I need a little
That's
dirt.
what they say.
No, I get it. I get it with Play-Doh.
And I don't know why, but one day I was just playing with Play-Doh, and I'm like, let me lick this. And
I've licked Play-Doh before.
it's salty.
It's horrible.
It's salty, and I don't know why, but...
No, okay, hold on. You probably licked used Play-Doh. I licked brand new Play-Doh.
No, I did brand new. My mom,
okay.
like literally, I would take the plastic off.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I'm like...
What if?
And then I would play with it.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing weird like that? Like dirt.
I don't think so.
Laundry detergent. Like
That's why they put on the label. Do not consume.
Do not consume.
Lime?
Así solo, like
Así solo? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want the acidity of it. And that's that. I remember doing that a lot.
Yeah.
Just eating lime and drinking the juice or whatever.
My mom would tell me, she's like, your teeth are gonna get yellow.
And
I was like, for real?
Next thing you know, we're drinking coffee, and that's where our teeth are.
I know. I know. I tried to drink my coffee
it was that. I
through a
think it was
straw.
lime.
Lime.
That was my weird thing. And yeah, I've never ate Play-Doh, and I've tried it. I'm not gonna deny it. I've tried it.
I've never done like dirt.
No.
Never, nothing like that weird.
I am curious on some things that when I was younger, I was curious about a lot of things that my parents drank or ate, and my dad had a whole bunch of rompope, eggnog.
Yeah, eggnog.
And then I was like, oh, that looks good. It looked like lechera. And so I drank it, and I'm like, ugh. I didn't realize there was alcohol in it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, was it the alcoholic one?
Yeah, it was like the 5% alcohol. And I was like, oh, this tastes nasty. Like, it tastes expired. And my dad's like, it has alcohol in it. I was like, oh, am I drunk? am I going to die?
Start.
But I think that was it. But no, I don't remember having any weird cravings then. I probably have weird cravings now.
When I was pregnant with Ian?
Yeah, what were cravings?
Onion.
Straight onion.
I could bite an
Shrek?
onion like it was an apple.
Oh, who are you, Shrek?
I don't know what it was. It just onion rings, fried onions.
The blooming onion from Texas.
Blooming onions.
Yeah.
A cada rato, Uriel would have to bring me. I'm like, bring me some freaking onions. Like, I don't care what it. Like, I could bite an onion.
I bet back then he's like, bro, our house is virus free. We got onions everywhere.
Dude, I don't know what
He's
it
like,
was.
I got no more tears in me. I ran out.
I don't know why. It was onion for me. It was onions. And everyone's like, and I was like, that's just what I craved.
Yeah.
It was onions.
There was a hot minute I was craving kiwi.
Kiwi.
A whole bunch of it. And then it got to the point where my tongue felt scratchy.
Doesn't that mean you're allergic to it? No? I've heard that if your tongue is itchy when you eat.
Well, I don't know, because pineapple makes your tongue itchy, but that's how pineapple is. Like, it's just like a real stringy type of fruit.
Yeah.
But kiwi made my tongue a little scratchy after a while.
Yeah, it made mine too.
Well, maybe I am allergic. Maybe we are allergic.
Or maybe we are. Because pineapple didn't make my tongue itch, no?
Mine did. Maybe I am allergic.
Maybe you're allergic.
How am I alive? How do you check that? How do you check for a pulse?
With me, I didn't crave anything though.
No?
No, I forgot I was pregnant.
You forgot? Mm-hmm. How'd you forget? Did she not pop out like at the
that was the only reason.
7th month or something? Were
like, that
small?
was the only reason that I was like, oh, I have a belly, I'm pregnant. But other than that, like, I could just do my everyday life como si nada. I had no cravings, no fatigue, no nothing. Like, other than the belly, I forgot I was pregnant.
At what month did Mia start to show up?
3, 4. Because she was my second kid.
At what month did Ian?
Ian, it was like 5.
Damn.
I guess because the stretchiness, the skin, I don't know. The uterus.
Sure. You were the one that's pregnant. I'll go with.
But yeah, with Ian. I gained like 50 pounds though.
What about Mia?
20.
And Ian's skinny as hell.
I know.
Dude's fit.
I know.
What's his routine?
His routine.
Drop your routine in the chat.
Puro Fortnite.
Yeah, but if I do puro Fortnite, I'm gonna gain 50 pounds.
I know. He's just like, and he texted my mom. He's like, "Can I get some V-Bucks?" Yeah, you got me, mom. Here, mijo. I'm like, Mom, don't encourage it. She's like, the new update just launched. I want the Superman. I was like, Ian, dude.
Then he'll go behind your back and text your mom.
Yeah. He has his own phone.
Yeah.
But that's only, I mean, it's not like he takes it to school.
Right, no, for like the summer and then the weekends or whatever, right?
Yeah. Like, I mean, we're living in a new world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of scary out there.
Who don't have a phone.
So back in the day, we could be outside all day and nothing would happen. But nowadays, you hear so much bad stuff there in their front yard, and some child, dude tries to pick, So he does have a phone. He doesn't take it to school. He doesn't have it every day. He takes it to his grandma's when he's there.
Right.
That's it. And he's like, Ma. He calls her Ma. Ma, can I have some V-Bucks? And I was like, this child of mine. And then he called my dad. He's like, can I have a job? So he's going to work on Wednesday.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, I need money. He wants the new Switch.
Yeah.
The 2.
The new Switch? Oh, yeah.
The 2.
Yeah. My homeboy just bought his daughter that.
Oh, the 2?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he wants.
Because she wants to play, and then I think he just bought it for her so she can start just playing on that. Because he has a PlayStation, so he's always playing on that.
Yeah,
and then she wants to start playing too. And then I'm like, I get it, bro. You don't want, kids playing your stuff. even if it's your daughter.
That's what's up.
So, but no, yeah, they bought her the new Switch.
Such a dad.
Because her birthday's today.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday.
She's turning 3.
3?
Yeah.
But they have little cute games at 3. Like these little princess games.
Like Animal Crossing or whatever.
Yeah, they're cute.
I remember my favorite game on the PlayStation was Little Big Planet. It was a little sock. It was like not like a sock monkey, but it was like a little like yarn of a character. And then he would just explore this big planet. It was just him by himself exploring the world. And then that's what I would play. Yeah, that's what we're playing on the PlayStation. That, and then God of War. So I'd go like from this little kid game to like killing somebody.
Yeah, I had Sonic.
Sonic. Oh, you were. What did y'all have growing up?
A GameCube. Dang. You make it sound like I'm old.
Girl, I have a GameCube, or I had a GameCube.
I had a GameCube.
Don't worry, my first console.
That was the first console I had.
My first console. Nintendo 64 was the first console in the house. Wasn't mine, but it was no, it was mine. It was mine. I remember I had motocross racing on it. Then I had like the old school racing games where like the animated girl would walk out and then she was all pixelated with the flags like go or whatever. So I remember having that. So yeah, Nintendo 64 was the first console at the house, and then upgraded to the PlayStation. And then I haven't had a console since 2016.
Dang. So what do you have right now?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing?
I have a Wii, but I only play when my nephews come over, my niece.
Okay.
So like I have like Smash Bros. I have Mario Kart. So I only get multiplayer games. So whenever everybody comes over, we can play something.
Thanksgiving and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I don't play anything at all. I kind of miss it though. But I know if I get one, my time's gonna be wasted on that, so I don't get one.
Yeah.
Plus, that's another rabbit hole of expensive hobbies.
Yeah.
And I don't want to buy one. I'm like, oh, new game, $60. I'm like, nah, I'm okay. New controller, $90. And I'm like, nah, I'm okay.
Ian was like, I need control. I'm like, dude, no. No, you have 4. You're fine.
Wow, what he has what? What does he need more?
No, he's like, this one's getting old, Mom. I want another one. And I'm like, no, you have 4. You're good. Because people just kept giving him like used ones. Yeah. Just giving him for free. Yeah. And that's why he has like 4. But I'm like, I'm not getting you a new one.
Just wash it,
You're good, dude. Yeah. You're good. But what do I know? He's like, oh, Mom. So he's going to work on Wednesday because he needs money.
What's he gonna do? Inventory?
He's just gonna put labels on stuff. And I'm like, okay.
He's gonna put labels.
And you know what? He'll work for an hour and get like $30. I'm like, Dad, you are not teaching him the true value of money, Dad. Like you're giving him. That's more than what I make an hour. You're
like taxes, like take taxes away from your kids.
Yeah, I was like, he walks out of there. He's like, haha, and I was like, how did you get $30 for working 1 hour?
Yeah.
How?
Who are you, the owner?
And he was like, well, my alo. He calls him alo. My dad. He's like, well, my alo just gave me my money.
I got promoted.
He's like, I got raised. You little jerk. He rubs it in my face too.
I'd make that kid man, I'm trying to figure out what I would make him do in a bakery other than
sometimes he'll help me and he'll like make a concha or 2 with me. But mostly it's just like
I'd be like, hey, go roast the coffee.
right. But he's funny, so he's gonna save.
I'd make him clean.
Oh, I made him clean the last time he came.
Like wipe all the glass.
I made him do that.
Matter of fact, go outside and go on the roof.
He says, it's boring, Mom.
Be like, oh, this is boring?
Yeah.
I hated that. I'm bored. Ponte a
limpiar, yeah. My mama would do that too.
Oh, man.
Es que está ahí en el sofá.
So is it gonna work every Wednesday? Every Wednesday's a shift?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a part-timer?
Until school starts, so he can save money. And then he'll ask his grandma, my mother-in-law, for money.
Just because?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, Grandma,
must be nice.
Money. I know. Can I have some
Imagine
money,
you asking.
I was like, Mom, can I have some money?
Yeah.
And she was like, no, ¿para qué? Pero estás casada. And I'm like.
Yeah, but he won't give me nothing.
Nah, boy, I just swiped that card.
Oh, man.
I just swiped his card.
So every Wednesday. All right, now I'm going to go every Wednesday. No, I'm at work.
You're
Wednesday.
At work, dude. Never mind. Have you been doing the online dating still?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Bad.
Nada?
Nothing. And then there was this other girl that she was giving me short answers, so I called her out on it.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
So I'll skim through. So the first couple.
Okay, that's pretty lengthy. Those are good.
So like the first couple from hers. Now this is after we messaged on Facebook dating.
Yeah, because that looks like a text.
Yeah. So like, and then from here it's like, you know. All right. So here we were talking about her job, and then I talked about my trip. So I told her like you should do solo travel. She was like, oh no, I'm kind of scared, and I was like, nah. Well, I started encouraging her about it. And then from here is like you can tell the link. Like mine are at least 2 lines in short. And then here's where I called her out. And I said, is everything okay? Just wondering because I've noticed short answers since we matched. And if you're not interested, don't hurt feelings. I just want to be upfront with that because it feels one-sided.
No, but that's true. You might as well get that out of the way.
She's like, I want to go back and get my nursing degree or whatever. It's like, okay, cool. I didn't know you were in school because we never talked about school. And so, like, now we're like upfront, like what we want or what we're doing in life or whatever. But yesterday, she took my thing is, if you take a long time to respond, I don't really care. Because I'm like, I don't expect you to be on your phone 24/7. Right? Like I hope to expect the other person for me to be on my phone 24/7 and respond right away.
Correct.
Because I'm like, no, it seems a little bit desperate, you know? And so like, I don't expect you, now if it's like a day, you know, if I text you at 6:30 today and respond 6:30 tomorrow, I'm like, all right, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? You're not really that interested.
Yeah.
But if I text you at 6:30 and you respond at 9 or 10, I'm like, okay, I might have been doing something. You might have been doing something. I get it. Life is life, you know? We're all busy. And then she's like, oh, hey, sorry I didn't respond, whatever. She's like, just going through some mental stuff. I want to be alone. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to fight it. But like, all right, you know, take care of what you got to take care of. Do what you got to do.
I feel like it's so hard dating nowadays. I've gotten ghosted. Did not even break up with me. Like we were in a relationship. Like dating for a year.
Damn.
Did not break up with me. Completely ghosted me.
Damn.
And I called him out. I'm like, so you're not even going to have the balls to break up with me? Like you're just going to not answer my phone calls, text messages, nothing?
Yeah. Like
completely ghosted me. And one of his friends reached out to me and told me, oh, he's leaving to the Army, a branch in the Army. And I'm like, I had no idea. Like, could you have not told me that? You know what I mean? And it sucked because as a girl, I'm just like, dude, tell me straight up.
Yeah, be a man.
Don't, like, not just that, but in any scenario, don't lie to me. Tell me straight up. We're adults. Just tell me. Yeah. You know, that gets me because in a way I wanted closure, but I never got it. And I'm like, it's to a point where I'm like, it's really whatever. Like, I could care less now. Yeah. You know, but that's a big pet peeve. Like, don't freaking, like, tell me how it is. Tell me straight up. You know, if you think it's going to hurt, I don't care. Tell me. Yeah. You know, but I think you should always be honest. Yeah. Right off the bat. Like when I was dating Uriel, I was like, look, this and this and this is what I want and this is what I don't want. And I was straight up because I'm not going to get my heart involved and get emotionally attached and be in a relationship for 2-3 years. You know, be in love with this man and then have to break up because we don't agree on religion. We don't agree on money. How are we going to manage money? How are we going to, what if we're going to start a family? How many kids? You know, do you want 4 kids versus 1 kid? You get what I'm saying? So I straight up, I'm like, I don't care if we're like 2-3 months into a relationship. We're going to talk about all of this so we know that we're at least compatible and like agree in these topics. Yeah. Because I'm not going to fall in love with you and 2 years later, head over heels for you, but it's going to be a problem because we don't agree on these huge potential marriage topics. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was straight up with Uriel. I'm like, you may think I'm crazy. You may think I'm like a creep for talking to you about all this or whatever the word is. I said, but I only want 2-3 kids. You know, this is my religion. And this is what I think, you know, all this. Yeah. And we just talked about it like very early in our relationship. And I'm so glad that I did.
Yeah.
Because I did not want to have this huge heartbreak.
Yeah.
2-3 years down the line because we, you know.
Got to set the boundaries or whatever. Yeah.
Where are you going? Where's your next trip? Like weekend?
April. Oh, just a regular?
Like a regular weekend trip. Like what do you have planned next?
She texted back. Do we count Houston as trips?
Yeah. It's not Lufkin.
Next weekend, it's my sister-in-law's birthday.
So your sister-in-law's birthday.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing? She's not from Houston, is she?
No.
Y'all are taking her out.
Yeah. She's like, I just want to go out. And I was like,
where y'all going?
Wherever she wants to go. And so we're gonna leave Saturday, come back Saturday.
Oh, it's just a day trip.
Just a day trip. And then after that, there's something in July. I got 2 events in Houston in August. August 2nd, there's a car show. Oh, there's a car show at the Astro Stadium.
What if you meet someone at a car show?
I tried.
You tried?
No, not that I tried. I try. I'm trying to.
And I bet it's hard.
It is.
You know what I mean? Because you don't know.
There was one girl that I'm like, ooh, same car as mine. Hers is pink. She's very attractive. She's on her weight loss journey. She looks amazing, right? And then I tried to hit her up, but then she wouldn't respond. I was like, okay, like I tried. Found out like the thing is, it's hard to tell when people are in a relationship when they are private and not secretive about the relationship. Mm-hmm. So she didn't post about her man until he proposed. And now they're fiancés. So I didn't know because she didn't post about him. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna shoot my shot. And then later on, I was like, oh, they've been together for like 3 years. I was like, oh, okay. See, nobody's gonna know that.
See, that's hard.
Yeah.
And then, especially at a car show, like, you don't know if, like, her man's in the restroom.
Yeah.
And she was left alone. You know what I mean? And you're over here thinking that there's a single girl who loves cars at a car show. You know, you're like, oh, man. And
sometimes they're not into cars. They're just there to support her boyfriend or whatever.
Exactly. And you don't know that.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, okay. But it's, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's kind of easy when I have a camera. Can I take pictures of your car or whatever? Can I take some, like, quick little video clips or whatever? Yeah. Then I'll do it, and then I'll ask him, talk to him, hey, what you done to your car, blah, blah, this and that. And then I try to get information.
Single.
I'm like trying to get information on, like, are they seeing somebody? Are they with somebody?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, so who installed whatever? And then like, oh,
smart.
And then like, oh, my boyfriend did. That's what's up. And so I'll play along with it. Like, oh, that's what's up. Like, what else did he do to the car?
Yeah.
And so I'll play along with it. Not if they're like, oh, I have a boyfriend.
But in your mind, you're like playing the little violin.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. I'm over here crying. I got my, gathered my tears or whatever. And so yeah, but yeah, I'm actively trying. Not desperate, but I am trying.
Yeah.
Trying to see what's up. I'm trying to invite somebody to Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanna now I'm open to any culture, any race. I know I was like only Hispanic because they understand.
At this point, someone loves me.
And my sister-in-law, she's like, who are you gonna go after? I was like, girl, anybody who looks my way.
Anyone that looks my
They shake my hand. I'm like, marry me. What's up? My mom likes you already.
Yeah.
And so,
I bet it is so hard. I'm looking for you, dude. I'm looking.
Yeah.
I really am.
They can be 40. I don't care. If they're 40 and no kids, I'm like, that's what's up. Little fling
let's
going on.
Travel the world.
Yeah, let's just travel the world or whatever. And if they're younger, that's okay, cool. As long as they're open-minded.
We have a pretty good crowd of people that actually watch. So if you have a sister, a prima, a tia,
bro.
Somebody.
Your mama, dude. Like, it can be your mom. She could have been divorced for 20 years and shit. I just need somebody.
Ro is looking.
I'm looking. I'm willing to be the dad that stepped up. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to be a stepdad. I don't even know. But tell your tia,
Your tia.
To hit me up. And then I'll open the door for her. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy her flowers. I'll stop on the side of the road and pick a flower and give it to her. I'll make her coffee in the morning. I don't know what else. I'll tell her she's pretty.
I tell Uriel all the time, like, just tell me I'm pretty.
I tell her, I'll play with her hair before she goes to sleep so she can sleep better.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't require much. Just I don't know what I require. That'll be my homework after this. What do I need?
What do I need?
But what I do need is for y'all to use my code U8OHaley100 in the description up below to travel all over the world. I hope to see you in the airport. We're going to Egypt next April.
There you go. That's what? That's 10 months away.
Damn.
So you guys, this is your time. Start saving up.
Save up, travel the world, learn new people, learn new cultures, learn new experiences, have an open mind, and realize that the borders within the U.S. isn't the only border you should walk through. You should walk through every single border in the world and then experience real authentic food from these real authentic countries, like the gyros or gyros or gyros, however you want to call it. Going to Greece and trying one for the first time, an authentic one, a real one made by someone's yaya, was super cool, super awesome. And with that, we leave you.
Thanks for watching,
as always,
you guys.
God bless.
Bye.